Now we will learn how to file a KW5 withholding tax return and payment online. You'll begin by selecting your tax account number. We can access the account in two different ways. We can either click on the tax account number on the left, or we can scroll over to the right and click on Manage Account. I'm going to go ahead and click on Manage Account. On the next screen, it will show you your account number, your business name, the account type, and the filing frequency. The next section is the bank account information. At this point in time, we could go ahead and add additional bank account information, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and click on that. The first thing you'll have to enter is your bank routing number. This will be a 9-digit number that designates who the bank is that it's coming from. We will then enter the bank account number. And then right below that, it asks you to choose an account type. If you click on the drop-down arrow, you'll see that you have 3 different options: checking, savings, and ledger. We're going to go ahead and select checking, and then we're going to click on Save Account right below that. It says this information has been added. If you needed to edit the bank information, you could click on the box below. To the right, if you wanted to delete the account, you could click on Delete Account. But we're going to go over to the left and we're going to click on Back to Account. You will now see that the bank account information is listed in that section. It shows who the bank is, the account type, and the last 4 digits of the bank account number. If we needed to view this or remove it, we could do so by clicking on View/Remove on the right-hand side. We're going to go ahead and go down to where it says Account Management. You have several different options. The first option says File your KW3 tax information to KDOR. This would be the year-end report that you file in January. The next option is the payment with the KW5 coupon. This would be your regular payments that you make throughout the year. The next option is your File W-2 and 1099 tax information to KDOR. This is the information you would file at the end of the year in regards to your employee information. Right below that, it says View Account History. This is where you can view anything that you have filed online electronically. And then right below that, it says Manage Access to this account. If you had someone that you needed to remove their login from the access to this account, you could do so here. We're going to go ahead and go to the second option where it says Payment with KW5 Coupon. And this is where we're going to set up our payment information. Again, it shows the account number, the business name, the tax type, and the filing frequency. You will also notice it says Inception Filing Frequency Effective Date. This is just the date that you started as this monthly filing frequency. You will then select the tax period. It says Select a Month. We'll click on the drop-down arrow and scroll down and select the month that we want to file for. Then we select a year, click the drop-down arrow. In this case, it'll be 2011. Then we go down to where it says Payment Amount. Under the payment type, there is a drop-down arrow. You have 2 options. It says Withholding Payment and Return. These are your regular payments with the KW5 voucher, or a year-end payment only. That's for your KW3 year-end report. If you still owed money that you had not paid in, you would select this option so that it does not generate a KW5 for you. We're going to go ahead and click on Withholding Payment and Return. We then type in the tax amount. If we had penalty, we would put it in the penalty box. If we had interest, we would put it in the interest box. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to the settlement section. It says Settlement Date. You have 3 different options. The first one says Due Date. The payment will settle on the date it is due. If you click this option, the system will know what the actual due date is. Next business day. This would be the next business day after the date that you actually make the transaction. The earliest your payment can settle in this case would be 9/14 because today is the 13th. If it was after 4 p.m., it would say that it was coming out on the 15th. And then you have the other date option. You can enter in any date in between the next business day and the due date. If you chose other date, then you would type in the other settlement date. We're going to go ahead and click on the due date. And then we're going to go down to where it says Payment Funding Source. If you already have banking information on file, you will see that it will give you a list of sources where your payment can come out of. If we choose that, which is what we're going to do, it says use an existing bank account selected below. We're going to click there. And then we have to select our source. So if there was more than one bank listed on here, we would have to choose the account that we wanted it to come out of. Keep in mind that it will only show the last 4 digits of your bank account number. We're going to go ahead and select the source. If we wanted to add a new set of banking information, we would click on the Add a New Bank Account Funding Source, type in the correct information, and then go ahead and click Continue at the bottom. The system is now letting us review the information that we've set up. It shows me that the tax period end date is 9/30/2011. It tells me the effective date. This is the date that the payment's going to come out on. It shows me the payment amount, the total amount, and the payment source that it's coming from. If everything looks correct, we're going to click on Submit Payment. If you need to make changes, you'll click Edit Payment. We're going to go ahead and click Submit Payment. Once again, it shows you all of the information that you just created, only this time it shows you the confirmation number, the submission date and time. That's the 2 extra pieces of information that's listed here. Once you have the confirmation number, you know that your payment has been set up. It will also show you the payment status, and in this case, it is saying payment is pending. That's because it's not going to come out until the due date. We're going to go ahead and come down, and you can either print or you can click on back. We're going to go ahead and click back. And now you have successfully created your first withholding tax payment.